間違い探しをしていた。何も選べればよかった。そもそも出会わなかったら今頃は二人歩いた交差点、こんなに人で溢れてる。どうして君じゃなきゃダメか分かってる。うまくなじめない性格、置いてけぼりの毎日で、人と関わらなくたって生きれるよ。足りないものだらけだった。大丈夫なふりをしてた。心の隙間を笑顔で埋めてくれたね。君を失ってから信じることできずに優しい人だってずっと疑うこともしないで好きだったらドラマフロイド教えてくれよ。痛みが喉を締め黙らせる。前に進みたいのに愛したいと胸が叫んでる。傷つかないでと頭が言う。振り払いたいよ。もう何にも信じられないほどに裏切られたんだ。理解してる。間違い探しをしていた。言葉を選べなかったよ。うまく話せていたのなら今頃は少なくともこんな風に傷口塞げないままでうつろに眺めてるだけの私じゃなくて、死にたい妄想それならどうぞ。23こちらで飛んじゃって何回やっても積むだけのゲームだし、感情立証盛り出す愛情垂れ流してるんだ。腐った世界に消えたい妄想それでも現状這いつくばっても死ねなくて息はなんてなくて辛いや。このままじゃ何もかもがもう怖くて踏み出せないんだ。全部君のせいだと言ってしまいたいくらい嫌な人だ私。一人でも生きれると強がって見せてたんだね。嘘つきだね。ドラマフロイドただれたからだ。きっと誰も見たくなんかない。でも私はそのせいだ。傷と戦う心をください。愛するための勇気をください。神様お願い。優しさだね。怖くなるほどに今刻み込まれてる。どうすればいい。
Give me just a second. The update. So they want to update my device. We'll do that later. Give me a second. It looks like properly. What a way to start my stream. Ooh. Razor moments indeed. Oh, and it's not working. Okay, we're just gonna go to USB device. Activate. That works. It's not quite as good as the. Oh my god, what just happened? Oh. System. Okay, there we go. I was very tiny. Also, Elise Levantine, welcome. You literally just hopped right on there. Yeah, that was definitely a Razor moment. So at some point, I'm going to have to update my computer or restart my computer so the update goes in. Probably after this stream. So anyway, good afternoon or good evening or good morning, everybody who is tuning in today. Thanks for joining me. I appreciate it. I've noticed something interesting when I look on the little streaming thing. It started off saying that I had like 96 viewers and now I just got 12. Assuming that's like a thing that's happening with Twitch. I heard there's like a glitch where on Twitch it'll show you having like 100 viewers and then suddenly it goes down and it drops. So don't know what's going on with that, but 12 viewers is more than enough. We're just here to chill. Just gonna relax, take it easy. I was trying to play in the background while I do homework. Oh, well, I'm glad I can help you. You're pretty much just gonna be listening to me read at this point. So I feel like I'd make excellent background noise. What's the homework today? Yeah, it could be from bots. I know that's a problem with like every platform. Also, hi Dai Anime, how are you doing today? How's the fan service? Nihongo homework. Nihongo benkyou shimasu ka? Kalepian, Kalyapan. Hello. Tin Can, welcome. Welcome. I hope you guys are all doing well. How's your Thursday going so far?
Wow.
Woo. This girl is so emotionless.
It's snowing.
Can I change who I view here? I'm just wondering. Oh, that's as high as it gets. Okay. I was gonna say, because I really do. I want someone else. Character. Click on character. So operative. Oh, just click on the screen. Okay.
Reasons to fight?
Oh, there we go. Okay, I get you. Okay. So we're gonna do her because she's the only one I've got with a bikini. And that's cute.
Has good. Everything else looks fine too. I'm all set.
She's all set, and we're just gonna be doing the main stuff. No, just click on the... Yes, I figured it. Don't worry, I figured it out. When Tin Can said click on character, I assumed they meant like the operative, and not the actual character. That was my bad. Claim all, send all. Okay. Don't worry, I got it. So I'm assuming that you also play this game. Everyone out here plays this game. No worries. That was totally my fault. I'm kind of a baka. I'm a little stupid. Very creative though. But I don't always get what people like. When someone will say something and I'll just take it like completely the wrong way. It's like you're gonna say like something that's going left and I'll just go right. So we're doing Defiant Bloom. Hopefully we're at 9%. Hopefully we can finish this relatively quickly. We got progress 4, and then we got 3 playable levels, and then we've got progress 5, and then it looks like we got a lot. What the mother? This is way longer than I expected it to be. Way longer than I expected it to be. All right. So to currently have Snowbreak's Monopoly minigame on auto on my. You can auto that game? The fuck? Maybe you can only auto it on your phone. I feel like I need to have like an auto on because there are some things I want to get like all of the shit that they give you, like all the rewards, but I don't want to play all of the mini games. Flashbacks from middle school science class, PB and J instructions. Do I want to know what this is? The PB and J instructions assignment. One stage I haven't played because I got it. I'll at some point I'll need to do the Monopoly. Okay, you know what? Then I might just auto the Monopoly on my PC. I don't have the mobile version yet. I should probably get it because apparently all of the interactable scenes are only available on the mobile version, and I want those. At some point, I will want those. So, kind of sucks that you can't play the interactable versions on here on the PC, but if I have to get the mobile version, I will. Never actually played a game on mobile, like a gacha game. So, for a quick recap, we're healing Clarina by giving her a theotropic nervous implant thing to help cure her Javosis. Just the augmented reality is on mobile, the actual interactive scene. Okay. So I can still do all those sexy waifu scenes on the PC. So, but experimental AR is only on mobile right now. So I'm gonna have to look this up because I don't know a whole lot about this game. So I'm wondering what the augmented reality is then. Because that sounds kind of cool. NGL, that sounds kind of low key awesome. So I'm gonna have to figure out what exactly is what. So the assignment was to create instructions to make a PB&J, but the teacher will only do as the instructions said, so you needed to make instructions with nothing implied. So basically, if they said take PB&J and smear it, but they didn't say smear it on the bread, the teacher would like smear it on the table or something on their hand. AR is new stuff they implemented in this patch. Interactables work on PC. Okay. I'll figure out what the AR stuff is at a later date. I really, for now, I just want the interactable shit. Like the stuff that, the stuff where you can interact with their characters. Just think of it as falling asleep. You'll be fine. She's looking a little nervous. You had to specify to open the lid by twisting levels of detail. That sounds kind of horrific. I wonder if my phone supports the AR cuz I've got the Samsung S24 Galaxy Ultra or Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra. So I feel like mine could supports AR, but I don't know for sure. At least I do not envy you guys for having to write how to make peanut butter and jelly instructions with excruciating levels of detail. Something on your mind? Oh, she wants me to stay with her. Man. The adjutant has barely done anything and she's already super into him. The procedure is fully automated. No one's allowed in the room during it. So I can't be there with you. But I'll be right outside. I promise. When you wake up, the first face you see will be mine.
じゃあまた後で。
じゃあ、また後で。また後で。We're gonna learn this Japanese word here. Because I don't think it means okay. I think it's probably a lot more complicated than that. But let's see. また後で。So, また後で means see you later. It does not just mean okay. They simplified that so much. I don't know if it's changed, but the AR thing is kind of odd. My phone S23 Plus only allowed it, but someone else's S23 Ultra didn't. Might have been a software update thing, but don't think there's a clear... That's something, I guess that's something that I'll just have to look into and see if my phone supports it. Because I've got the S24 Plus Ultra, so this is let me see what I've got here. What do I have? I'm gonna go about your phone. So Galaxy S24 Ultra, yes, the S24 Ultra. I think I've got two terabytes or tetrabytes? Terabytes? Status information. I don't know what my memory is looking like, but I know I've got a lot of memory. So I think mine would support it. Don't bother me now that I understand the line and then. Yeah, and a lot of that is localization. Localization is an interesting thing. I think sometimes, you know, you do need to change the text so that it reads well in English, and then sometimes it means absolutely nothing. Like, it's not even close to being what the original meaning was, and you're just like, what the fuck? It's still experimental stage, so I guess they are slowly. Then maybe I'll check it out, but I might wait until after the AR stuff is fully, like, realized. Yeah, always difficult. Yeah, it is. It's difficult to translate stuff. It really depends on the translator. So I know sometimes they focus on making it sound like natural English, and then I know sometimes they just change it entirely. But like see you later is very different than okay, and I don't think okay necessarily works here. To be honest, I don't mind small changes like this. What always gets me in any sort of translation is when they have something that clearly says one thing and they say something entirely different that's not even close to the original. Or when they try to add, like, their own political beliefs into a translation that was never political to begin with. I will say, I think that's actually fairly rare. Like, it happens. There's a lot of examples, but if you were to take, like, Crunchyroll flashbacks. I get you. I think if you were to take, like, you know, 70 to 80% of translations are normally fairly accurate or only changed to sound like more natural English. And then the other 30 to 20% is, like, people just going way off the deep end and making, like, their own versions that are usually heavily politicized to follow whatever political ideology they want it to. That said, the best translations and the best dubs will always be Ghost Stories, the anime. She gazed at me until the automatic door slid shut between us. The theotropic nerves implant was a well-established procedure. but I still couldn't shake the unease in my chest. I grew restless, anxious. I just wanted to know if everything had gone smoothly. Clarina was a lovely girl, and I couldn't bear the thought of anything going wrong. Maybe that was what weighed on me. Time itself had blurred, but at last, the green light above the OR flicked on. I lost what little respect I had when they shut down Princess Connect Global because it wasn't doing that well. We were like 2 years behind JP Sir. I didn't even know Crunchyroll had Princess Connect. That completely shocks me. You know what? That is a very good show to watch. I am glad you and your sister watched that on her B-Day. I hope she enjoyed it. No, so the Ghost Stories dub is fucking wild. As the only acceptable version. No, so I don't know how many of you know this story about it. You probably know, but I'm gonna say it anyways. The Ghost Stories anime did not do well in Japan. So when Japan sold the rights to America or Funimation for streaming, they were not really given a script. The guys at Funimation said to the voice actors, "Here's the anime. We don't have a script. Ad-lib this shit. Just make sure it sounds somewhat feasible." And so the dub actors just went off and said the most random shit I have ever heard. It was absolutely ridiculous. I still remember it's not because he's a dog, it's because he's black. Oh, that stuff was wild. It did. It worked scarily well, and now Ghost Stories is considered like the dub cult classic. No, it was a very, oh my god. I might need to rewatch that now just for shits and giggles. They did. Knocked it out of the park. So I think in terms of comedy, I prefer dubs and anime. Like, I'm watching Panty and Stocking right now, and freaking, I love the dub. Like, I think a lot of it is because I don't always get the Japanese jokes, and I think some jokes require a lot of context that I, as an American, do not have. It did become a whole different show. Completely different. Like, I also liked Shimoneta when, in a boring world where the concept of dirty jokes doesn't exist. That was a good one. What else was really good? I will say, the Nichijou dub sucked. Do not watch that in English. Watch it in Japanese. Not nearly as funny in English. Too many Japanese jokes that you can't localize. The operation was done. Clarina had been moved to a recovery pod. Her usual serenity was gone. She now looked like a fragile porcelain doll. Her lashes fluttered faintly. Her lips trembled slightly. The neural readout showed heightened brain activity. Her brows furrowed, as if she were enduring something unpleasant. Is she flooded? Previous scans indicated that, unlike other manifestations, who were selected through stringent tests, Clarina reacts more intensely to theotropic nerves. Right now, she could be nearing her threshold. After checking with a medical department researcher that it was safe to proceed, I opened the pod and took her hand. Kind of wish we saw some art of this at least. I activated my ability and stepped into her mind. And it looks like we're going through light speed. What I saw defied expectations. Flooded dreams are usually heavy, oppressive, but hers felt normal. almost indistinguishable from reality. This place. Is that Ganora Manor? Clarina stood by the gate. Her gaze flicked between me and the manor behind her, uncertain. Clarina? I called to her, cautiously. She took a step toward me, then backed away. It's me. Konaide. Don't come any closer. That one actually is a very literal translation. Konaide. Don't come any closer. Why? Are you afraid of me? She's afraid of me. Why? What did I do? She crouched down, wrapped her arms around her knees, and buried her face in them. It's okay. I'll stay right here. I won't come any closer. Why do I frighten you? Steki, you're wonderful. Demo, fuan nano, so stressful. Tsurai no, painful. So, uru nano, tsurai no, so stressful and painful. Stressful? Painful? Oh. Tsurai hibi. Suddenly, darkness fell. The scene turned eerie. The manor was now awash in crimson flowers glowing faintly in the dark. Up! I recognized that voice. It was Mira's voice, drifting from the balcony on the second floor. Arena sprang to her feet, turning toward Mira. The sudden shift. It means Mira and the manor symbolize what's weighing Clarina down. I don't know why, but something tells me I can't let her go back there. Clarina, look at me. She turned back, confused and overwhelmed. Why do you feel pain? You know what that word, so because pain is the truth, the core of it all, you know what that reminds me of is, I don't know how many of you watch Naruto, but pain, Nagato, pain, is basically what he says right there. Oh man, warmth and happiness only make it harder to bear. What? No, that's not true. That's not true. Oh. Don't go. That's right, keep her. Clarina froze mid-step, as if something had seized her in place. Slowly, she turned to me, like it took everything she had. You don't have to endure it anymore. At least not here. Not now. Whatever you want, it's yours. Whatever you dream, you can make it real. Don't go. Come back to me. What's she gonna do? Oh, she hesitated, then turned back toward me. Behind her, Mira's eyes glowed red, like a siren's call in a dream. Clarina stepped toward me, stopped just short, and looked up. Is there something you want to say? Gomenne, I'm sorry. What are you sorry for? She brought my hand to her lips as if for a kiss, but in the next breath, She bit down and drank. Wait, so that little bat in her hair, it's not just like for show, it's symbolic. Is she a vampire? What the hell? She's drinking my blood. The manor dissolved like smoke, reassembling into 2 wings on her back. I got bit. I don't mind getting bit, by the way. Pain shot through me. I jolted awake from Clarina's dream. Clarina was still latched onto my palm, lips streaked with blood, sucking unconsciously from the wound. Okay, so she is not just drinking my blood in the dream. She's doing it in real life, too. What the mother? Unsure of her condition, I didn't dare pull away. I called her name softly. Irina, can you hear me? Oh, at least she responded. So, this girl's legit like a vampire, though. This little bat ornament makes a hell of a lot more sense now. She released my hand, blood still on her lips. Instinctively, she licked them clean. I hope my blood tastes good. I hope she doesn't get AIDS. Maybe it was just my imagination. But her cuspids looked a little longer. Cuspids. That's not a word I've heard. Is that like her canines? Kaori. Wow, my blood tastes good. The adjutant might have addicted blood. Lie back down. Let's run a full body scan. I moved close to the pod, but she suddenly reached out and caught my hand. Ikanaide, don't leave. Oh boy, what do I tell her? Do I tell her that she latched onto the adjutant's arm? She spotted the bite marks and stared, unable to look away. Maybe the adjutant will make a joke and say, "You want another taste?" She licked her lips again, then froze. Slowly, she reached up and wiped the corner of her mouth. Is this... Ah, explains why I never heard them. I've not studied formal medical names before. It was fairly obvious. I was just... For a second, I thought they meant, like, Cupid bow lips. Is I thought what they were trying to imply. Because I've never heard the word cuspids before. In that dream, my dream. Don't panic. Eotropic nerves can cause certain physical changes. Let's run a few tests to be sure. If she winds up needing the adjutant's blood, I'd be totally fine with letting her drink the adjutant's blood. I don't mind this at all. She settled slightly at my reassurance. I closed the pod. Through the glass, she watched me, unblinking. Her gaze lingered. The air between us grew thick with something unspoken. Then the comms lit up, and Clarina's voice came through. Or Caroline's. Ha, my bad. Adjutant, the test results are ready. A word? Coming. I stepped into the next room. Caroline was already poring over the results. We got good news and we got bad news. You know what? I find that good news always comes with a little bit of bad news. Very sad. By the way, Tin Can... How did you know that cuspids are the formal medical name for canines? Or canine teeth, I should say. So, the good news, the surgery worked, she withstood the flooding, and her javosis is healed exactly as predicted. Yay! Punch, 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 punch. Right, ER. I forgot about that. Yes. I remember now. And that's okay. I knew you worked in ER, it didn't click. I don't know why it didn't click. You know what it is? I think it's I don't know if you guys have ever seen like the meme video where someone explains like the difference between male brains and female brains. And like they talk about how like a male brain is like compartments, and you have one memory and you put it in the compartment and then you close the compartments, and in order to bring that memory back out, you have to open the compartment again. So even though I know you work in ER, I did not have that compartment open. I'm like, now that you reminded me though, yes. That makes a lot of sense.
悪い方は神格の影響でその体にはちょっとした異変が起きてて
The bad news is that her Deos altered her physiology, so we're gonna have to figure out. I'm assuming it changed her into a vampire. She is now a vampiress. Go on.
彼女だけでは手術後に起きた神格侵食に耐えられなかったのですが、あなたが介入したことでことが変わりました。
She wouldn't have made it through the flooding during surgery, but then you stepped in. Well, it's a good thing I stepped in then.
あなたを噛んで血液を飲み込んだ結果、彼女は予想以上にうまく神格神経と融合できたんです。
She bit you.
まあそれも、あなたの血液が特殊だからだと思いますけど。
So she bit you and took in your blood, and you know how unusual your blood is. That might be why the theotropic nerve fusion went beyond expectation. So like, I'm guessing maybe she fused with it even greater than normal. And it was so great that it changed her very being. So what's changed? Why is that a problem? She needs to feed on blood. I don't mind this.
とにかく小説でしか見られない特殊な体質もしくは癖が出たんですよ。
So it's like something out of a fantasy novel, some kind of new physiology, or maybe we should call it a fetish. I don't mind fetishes. We accept almost all fetishes here.
要するにあなたの体に欲望を持つようになったみたいな。
Oh my.
血液だけでなく、あなたの DNA を含む体液全般を本能的に欲するようになりました。
So in short, she is experiencing certain urges, not just for your blood. Any fluid carrying your DNA becomes instinctively irresistible to. You know what? I could think of a number of fluids that I could give her. There's no judgment on this Twitch channel, or this YouTube, or this X, wherever you are. We don't judge. Yes, bodily fluids. So I can think of at least four. I was gonna say 3, but nope, there's 4. How many? So there's sweat, there's saliva, there's blood. 5 bloody fluids. If you guess the last 2, I'll give you a cyber cookie. Like a vampire?
そんなのいるわけないじゃないですか。本当に吸血鬼が存在してたら、もうとっくに延命治療の開発のために捕獲されてますよ。
If that were real, we would have already captured one for immortality study. Please. Fine. So if she doesn't get any of my fluids, will it affect her?
それはもうちょっと観察しないとわかりませんね。現時点で言えるのは、彼女がこうなったのは神格侵食中に摂取したあなたの血が意外な効果を生んだからです。
I just noticed her lips, they move very little. Very, very small. She has a very small mouth. We're still monitoring, but for now, it looks like your blood during the flooding triggered some unexpected reactions.
一応、神格神経があなたの DNA を摂取した影響だと考えられます。あなたが近くにいると、神格神経が反応して DNA を欲しがるのではないかと思います。
We think the theotropic nerves took in your DNA, and now, just being near you sets something off. She ends up craving more. You know, I feel like we should just give in and let her
まあ逆に言えば
do her
彼女
thing.
に近寄らなければ大丈夫ってことです。
I say we lock ourselves in a room and see what happens. As long as you don't spend too much time around her, the urges might not surface. She said that with a knowing smirk. Knowing smirk because she knows he's not gonna do that. What's that look supposed to mean?
また隊員が一人増えそうですね。
Looks like we've got ourselves a new operative, right? Because there's no way we're letting this lady go. Don't get your hopes up. The Gonora family is our ally. Larina isn't here for Heimdall recruitment. National Dyslexic Association. You know, there are times where I think I'm dyslexic, but I'm not seeing like words backwards. I'm just not reading the words correctly. She's got a family business to inherit, remember?
さあ、それはどうでしょうね。
それはどうでしょうね? You never know. I'm gonna assume these are not the same thing. Let's check this out. Let's see how accurate this translation is right here. それはどうでしょうね? I wonder about that. Yeah, that's a fairly decently accurate translation. I wonder about that. You never know. Not the same thing. It could happen. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. She smacked her lips, passed me the test results, and breezed out. Well, that complicates things. This moment is like the definition of, well, that escalated quickly. I studied the report for a while, then decided to keep the more awkward bits to myself. Her Dravosis was cured. A new life lay ahead of her. As that thought crossed my mind, I suddenly remembered last night. Her smiles as she gazed at the stars from the passenger seat. My heart skipped a beat, then settled into a different rhythm. And I knew exactly what that meant. My thoughts began to drift. This wasn't the time to entertain them. He wants her. The adjutant wants her. No wonder he has so many women. He's greedy. I don't mind this. I don't mind this at all. Not yet. I'm about to sneeze. Excuse me. Apologize for that. I cleared my head and went back to Clarina. You're all clear. Get plenty of rest and don't forget your follow-up checkups. If anything feels off, just let me know. She's looking like she wants something. She wants something. What could that be?
治ったの?
Oh. That's it? I'm cured just like that? Yup. Hard to believe, huh?
なんだか夢を見ているような。
Yume o mite. So, yume, I think means... No, yume. I need neru is sleep. Yume, dream? Yume. Dream. So, yume mita is to see. So, yume o mita, dream to see. Yume o mita. I had a dream. I had a dream. You know who else said that? Very famous American.
夢というのはこの前の夢じゃなくて。
この前夢じゃなくて。So, mae means or behind. Basically. Japanese is always really interesting to me because the subject almost always comes first, barring things like time words and whatnot. So, like, if you were to translate it directly in English, it'd be like, dream I saw. Dream. Dream, saw. Dream, to see. Is. If you were to add des. Like, des is like is. So you say dream, to see is. But it's more like saying I saw a dream.
その諦めかけていたことが
Yeah, it's pretty
こん
right.
なにあっさりと解決したなんて
I mean, I
自分を
spent
説得するた
still
めに
talking.
あんなにも苦労したというのに
Though I will say Japanese is still fairly fluid. I know a lot of when you start learning, it's, you know, you do the standard sentence structure, but you can change it up a lot just like you do in English. So, and that makes it hard to learn when you're speaking to Japanese natives because they might do something completely different than what is considered like the standard way of speaking in Japanese. I mean, I spent so long preparing myself to accept the worst, and then something just showed up and made it all go away, like it was nothing.
夢ならもう少し見ていたいわ
Well, if this is a dream, I wouldn't mind staying in it a little longer.
何はともあれ
Dream or not,
生きててよかったわ
it's good to be alive. Ikitete. Yokata is kind of like, I'm relieved. Thank goodness. I'm assuming ikitete means alive. Yep. Well, and that's also why instead of learning just like Japanese words and trying to get as many words under my belt as possible, I focus more on learning these sentence structures because I think that makes it a lot easier. Like, after that, you can learn words and you just plug the words you want into the sentence. And it becomes way easier. You know, even when someone speaks Japanese, like I can sort of glean and understand. I can say, okay, the first word is obviously the subject that this person is talking about. Usually. So, but it has helped me. I went to Japan for a month back in April, and I spoke to a lot of Japanese people. And I think that knowing how sentences are structured really helped me communicate properly with them. Told you I'd keep my promise, didn't I? After a few more days of follow-ups, you'll be free to head home. She suddenly stiffened, falling silent. Come on, I'll walk you back to your room. She tried to get up, still pale. Took a moment to steady herself, then slowly walked to the door. Her steps were slow, but steady. We finally reached her room. Want to lie down? You look a little pale.
大丈夫よ
No, I'd rather just sit for a bit. Since I'm with her so much, I'm assuming I'm gonna give her some bodily fluids. Hopefully in the form of a kiss. I pulled out a chair. She smoothed the hem of her dress and gently sat down.
ありがとう
If you don't know what arigato is, I am gonna be so upset, you guys. I'm kidding. I wouldn't actually be upset, but that's that's like the one word everybody should know. If you need anything, just call me. I'll come back tonight to take you for your checkup. So we're not giving her a kiss. That's unfortunate. When the time came, I knocked on her door.
どうぞ
Dozo. Dozo is an interesting word because it can mean so many different things. Ariga, thanks. Ohio. Ohio. I pushed the door open. She was at her desk, staring off into space. Time for your checkup. How are you feeling? Any discomfort?
全然
Zen. Zen does not mean fine. That's another very interesting word because it's usually meant in a negative context. So, like, you would say something like, Zenzen shiranai. I definitely don't know. Or, Zenzen orinai. Or Zenzen inai. I don't want it. I don't want it. Zenzen dekinai. Saying that as in I feel fine it's not wrong, it's just not exactly how it used to mean, what it used to mean. Zenzen. I'm actually curious now. I want to know the real definition here. Zenzen. Oh, Zenzen o mochi. Totally mochi. Not at all. Not at all. That's good to hear. Oh, wait, have you been sitting here the whole afternoon? Eh? You've just been staring into space?
午後はピアノ練習と読書の時間。で
Oh.
もここにはピアノも本もない。
I usually spend the afternoons playing piano or reading, but there's no piano here, no books. I feel bad. I just sort of left her in a fucking room with absolutely nothing to do, so she's just been sitting there
本当は
this whole time.
私は今一応療養中だし、練習を後回しにしても罰が当たらないと思ったのだから。
That's another interesting one. So renshu means to practice. I mean, I'm still recovering, right? So taking it easy is okay, isn't it?
だからサボっちゃったの。
So I ended up slacking off a bit. I guess maybe she's actually happy that she had nothing to do? She stuck her tongue out, sneaking a glance at my reaction.
おばさんに言わないでくれる？
You won't tell my aunt, right? I'm not the tattling type, and I'm on your side anyway.
わかっているわ。あなた
Wakateru
の
wa.
口から聞きたかっただけ。
I figured as much. I just wanted to hear you say it.
庭園の人たち
Aw,
は
she's so cute.
告げ口はしないけど、どうしてもおばさんにはバレちゃうの。
Back home, even if no one ratted me out, Aunt Mira would still know somehow. Woman must have cameras all over the place, so she'd know. Miss Mira might be a tad too strict. Wait, so you spent the whole afternoon just sitting around?
座りながら考えにふけるのも楽しいわよ。
Well, it felt nice, just sitting here and letting my thoughts wander. What's your usual day look like?
そう
Probably
ね。
super freaking busy.
普段は7時に起床して身支度をし、8時半に朝ごはん、9時半からは所作トレーニングを2時間。
So she gets up at 7, has breakfast at 8:30. At 9:30, she's got 2 hours of etiquette training, which sounds like absolute
12
nightmare.
時にお昼ご飯、1時から2時間半はお昼寝、そしてピアノを5時まで練習して、夕飯まで
Oops,
7時の
I
夕飯が
completely-
終わるとおばさんのレッスンを受ける。時間があれば1時間くらいで終わって、忙しかったら課題を出してくれる。
I accidentally pressed the space bar. I apologize, but we'll go back here. So, she has lunch at noon, and a nap from 1 to 2:30, which is actually kind of cool. Then piano practice until 5, and then reading until dinner. So, that's actually not like a super bad schedule. She has dinner at 7, and then after that, her aunt teaches her personally for about an hour. So that's not
10時
too
で部
bad.
屋に戻って11時に寝る。
Bed at 10, wash up at 10, and bed at 11. That's like my schedule. I
大
wake.
体こんな感じ。
That's about it. That's like my schedule. So I wake up at like 5 o'clock. I exercise. I take my cat for a walk. I have breakfast and I work for several hours. Right now, I also include streaming at around 12-ish. And I have lunch between my work and my streaming. And then after my streaming, it's back to work. Do you actually enjoy that kind of routine? At like 2 in the morning. So wait, you go to bed at 11 and sleep at 2? So like you're asleep by 2 in the morning is how I'm reading that. Never really thought about it. Okay. What are you doing in bed from 11 to 2? Like reading? Gaming? If you read, I'm gonna suggest you read my books. They're hot. If you like Snowbreak, you'll like this, Existing. I'm gonna say really quickly. I'm gonna go on to the interwebs here. Audible. I'm gonna say you should definitely download this book right here on Audible, and then while you are existing, listen to it because it's really good. This is mine, by the way. How to Tame Your Dragon Girlfriends. If you like Snowbreak and you like dragons, you'll like this. Shameless plug right there. I get that you're the family's only heiress, and that one day you'll have to take over from Miss Mira. But even so, that schedule doesn't leave much room for you, does it?
それはどういう意味なのかしら。
どうや意味なのかしら? I don't understand. I mean things you want to do for yourself, like driving or going to an amusement park. Stuff like that.
おばさんは遊んでもいいけど節度を守ってと言ったの。それから高尚な趣味にしてって。
So Aunt Mira says leisure is acceptable in moderation and that it should be selective. Make sure it's refined and tasteful. I'll be honest. Selective leisure that's refined and tasteful is not leisure. I would be so bored and like walking on eggshells if I had to make my leisure refined and tasteful. That'd mean no video games, no anime, no gooning, I guess. That's leisure, I think. Like what?
ピアノやオペラ、そして展覧会巡りとか。
Like piano, opera, art exhibits. But what if you don't like those things? Do you like doing those things?
それはどうかしら。
I don't think she knows herself.
少なくとも嫌いではないわ。
So kirai means don't like. Let's go back. I want to hear that one more time.
それはどうかしら。
どうかしら。
少なくとも嫌いではないわ。
少なくても。
それはどうかしら。少なくとも嫌いではないわ。
嫌いではないわ。嫌いではないわ。So 少なくて is like, I think like a past tense, and then hirai means dislike. So she's saying I don't dislike them. 少なくても嫌いではないわ. So nai is this is like adding two negatives. So kirai don't like, de wa nai wa. So she's basically saying it's not like I don't like them. That's like the most tsundere word, the most tsundere sentence you could ever get. What about cooking?
美味しい食べ物や料理することは好きだけれど。
So she appreciates fine cuisine and the art of cooking.
料理は
But cooking it myself,
才能がないとおばさんが言っていたわ。
Aunt Mira says I have no talent for it. Poor girl. 少なくても So it's at the very least. At the very least. That's a word I actually did not know. I thought she was saying like a version of skeet. Duku naku temo. Yeah. At least. She'll get an apron that says, "Who let me cook," at least for now. And then one day she'll get an apron that says, "I am the bone of my spatula." If she practices.
それから苦手なことを無理にやろうとするのも才能と時間の無駄で、時間は得意なことに費やすべきだと。
She says it's a waste of time and energy to do things you're not good at. That I should focus on what I excel at. Well, I don't necessarily think what Mira said was wrong here. I do think that you should try things you're not good at. And if you really like it, you should practice until you get good. A lot of skills are learned rather than something that you just gain through talent. Do you think she's right?
おばさんは優しい人だと思うわ。私がやりたいことなら別に止めてこないし、おばさんのスケジュールさえ邪魔しなければ何でも許してくれるの。
So, Aunt Mira's actually quite lenient with me. If I truly want to do something, she won't stop me. As long as it doesn't interfere with her plans.
たまには早起きして、もしくは寝る前に少しだけネットを見たりもできるわ。
Online. Sometimes I wake up earlier or stay up a bit late to check things online. But once you take over for Miss Mira, you wouldn't even have that, would you?
ええ、そうね。
そうね。
でも仕方ないわ。
仕方ないわ。But that's just the way things are.
さて、行きましょう。これから検査をするのでしょ。
Don't we have a checkup to finish?
もうだいぶ良くなっているけど。
I am feeling a lot better now. She must have picked up on my unspoken conflict and gently steered the topic away. What a kind girl. Still, a weight lingered in my chest. I think I finally understood what that sparkle in her eyes last night truly meant. But I had no place to interfere, even if she hadn't realized just how suffocating her life had been. Yes, suffocating. At least, it felt that way to me. I don't think I could ever live like that. I let out a quiet sigh and followed her. I'm kind of with him. I don't think I could live like that either. The checkup went smoothly. She was in good condition. But after walking her back to her room, I couldn't shake the feeling that I needed to do more. The future Mira had mapped out for her. Healthy, brilliant, independent, a perfect heiress to carry the Ganora name. The only thing lacking was happiness. Which is like literally the most important thing, so a plan began to form in my mind. As sleep crept in, the restlessness in my mind finally eased. So Adjutant's not just gonna stand there and let this happen. Which is one of the reasons I actually like him as a protagonist. He's very proactive. The next day, knowing her routine, I got up earlier than usual to set my plan in motion. It went smoothly. By noon, I had what I needed. I knocked on her door. No response. Strange. She's not in her room? I asked around, but no one had seen her. I tried calling. No answer. But as I reached her door again, I heard her comms ringing from inside the room. Clarina? I knocked again. After a moment, there was a bit of rustling. Then the door creaked open. Oh wow. That's cute. You still got the bat motifs going on though right there. Lorena blinked at me, bleary-eyed, clearly just woken up. The imprints of the pillowcase still marked her cheek. You just woke up?
今何時
Nanji. What time is it? So, nan is what? Nani. Ji is time. Very easy. It's past 11. I don't know what the word past would be, but I know 11 would be Juichiji. And since it's morning, I think Gozen Juichiji. She checked the time on her terminal, then looked back at me, wide-eyed. She slept in. Oh no, the horror. Maybe go freshen up first. She caught a glimpse of herself in the mirror, mouth agape, then darted behind the door in embarrassment. What a cute young mistress. Wow, that was slightly adorable. Not quite as cute as when Marin Kitagawa fludges her words. Like when I don't know if you guys watch My Gist of Darling, but on the episode where Marin answers the door without her contacts on and freaks the fuck out. That's when you usually wake up. I mean, if you go to bed super late or super early in the morning, you would wake up around noon. It's fine. Just call me when you're ready. I have another friend who he's got your sleep schedule. He goes to bed at like 1 or 2 o'clock, and then he wakes up at like 12. But I think he works late. I think he's got like a night shift. Half an hour later, she turned up at my door, neat and put together. Probably still blushing though. Sorry to keep you waiting. No worries. Just a little surprised. You are not usually the type to sleep in, are you?
どうしてでしょうね。
どうしてでし
自分
ょう
もよくわ
ね。
からないわ。
Ooh. I know that's not a completely accurate one, so 3 hours ahead of you. So, like, I don't know what I was gonna say something. Hang on. どうしてでしょうね? What does this mean? I wonder why. And I'm assuming she was also saying I'm not usually like this. So, how does it feel, sleeping in? I bet she likes it. Kinda nice, huh? Yes. I don't sleep in anymore. I wish I could, but every time I wake up at 5 o'clock, my body's just like, oh, hey, Brandon, time to get up. You're going. Get moving. You're wasting time. She squeezed her eyes and nodded vigorously, like a kid caught sneaking a treat. Got something for you. Come on.
Huh? 嬉しいわ。でも、どうして急にプレゼントを?
Okay, that's an interesting translation. So, ureshi means happy. So, ureshi wa would be like saying I'm happy. But they chose thanks. I think thanks actually does work better though. Think of it as a little recovery gift. But don't get too excited. There's a catch. I led her out of the base as I spoke. Ta-da! Ta-da, what am I ta-daing? An RV waited just outside the base. I handed her the keys. Half-ton water tank. 2,000 kilometers of battery life. Retractable canopy. Perfect for stargazing. Best part? Fully stocked kitchen, cold storage, external air-fed stove. Way better than your average RV. Damn, I'll say I want this RV. Where can I buy this? Let it sit too long and it'll start falling apart. So here's the deal. You've got to rack up 10,000 kilometers a year, minimum. That was my plan. With this RV, she could drive, cook, have her personal space for anything she'd like to do. Most of all, she could fall asleep beneath a sky full of stars. The adjutant went way out of his way here, but I'm kind of expecting this. Freedom. The secret wish hidden in the song she played for me that night on the terrace. A wish even she hadn't realized, buried deep inside those manor walls. I watched her, waiting for her to say something. She covered her mouth, eyes shimmering. Her chest rose and fell. She was too overwhelmed to speak. You don't like it? She shook her head furiously, then nodded just as fast.
気に入ったわ。とても。
君たわ、とっても。君たわ。君たわ、とても。With you, it's very. Is that correct?
気に入ったわ。とても。気に入ったわ。気に入ったわ。とても。
気に入ったわ。I'm not. Whatever it is, I'm not getting it. So how much money does he make to be able to afford this and six wives and like 9 girlfriends? Don't forget the ones who haven't joined him in the covenant yet. You know what? Considering he is like humanity's sole hope for defeating the trees, I imagine he probably makes bank. Dude's likely rolling in dough. He's got to be like, I'm gonna say he probably has the entirety of Heimdall's budget behind him, so he can do whatever he wants. That's my theory. Then, with great ceremony, she tucked away the keys and pulled out a black and gold credit card like a knight unsheathing a sword. What's this now?
じゃあ、私からも。
I'm giving you a gift too. Yeah, that's what I'm assuming. I'm assuming that he's just like, he's got a company card, and anytime he wants something, he just flashes it. Bro's like, I don't know if you guys have ever seen the cosplayer who does, is it Kiba from Yu-Gi-Oh? He's like that. So yeah, 6 out of 20. So six wives, and then, like 14 girlfriends. There's a lot. A lot, bro. He gets around, the adjutant. She held out the card, eyes gleaming, and declared with deliberate solemnity,
飛行機を買ってあげるわ。
I'm buying you a private jet. Mother, she just one-upped me.
もらってくれない。
You don't want. Oh man. Anime Hero Gamer fan, welcome. And she gives you this look. You don't want it. Now you can't even say no. Accept it, adjutant. I can't accept that. It's way too much. Besides, I already had.
あれは乗り心地が悪いんでしょ。
Those things are awful to write. Oh my god. She's totally like, she just doesn't like our transportation.
プライベートジェットがあれば、任務に向かう途中でも体をしっかり休めるのよ。
Good point. If you had your own plane, you could actually rest between missions.
もらってくれないなら、こちらも受け取らないわ。
Ugh, and she's giving us an ultimatum. If you won't take mine, then I'm not keeping yours either. So we got no choice. We gotta accept it. Pretty sure I can't use a private jet on missions. Not to mention, I already have one, so he's even got his own private jet. Motherfucker, why does he not use that? Still, if I say no, she might actually cry. That's exactly it. The adjutant is basically top dog. And even with Director Tao being in a position above him, I honestly feel like as a person, he's probably more important than Director Tao just because he is the only one who can absorb hydrogen from the trees. He's basically humanity's hope. Alright then, I'll graciously accept. Alright, now, shall we go check out your RV? Eh. She cheered and rushed into the vehicle, checking every nook and cranny, like a kid in a candy store. Unseki-sama. She clambered up to the second level and waved at me from the window. I followed and took the passenger seat beside her. このプレゼントとても So that word, I keep hearing that word. That's not kimi, that's kini. So let's do kini. I like kini. So like it's not really a key, but a keychain, but key and then key ni. I'm gonna remember this.
今までもらったプレゼントで一番嬉しかったものだわ。
Yep. Might just be my favorite gift ever. Technically, this costs less than half of your ride in Philosia.
でもあれは料理も寝転がることもできない。
But that one didn't have a kitchen or a bed. That's a very good point. Fair point. Check this out. I reached under the table and folded it neatly into the wall. The RV was packed with clever, space-saving features, perfect for road trips. Ma. She kept fiddling with everything, completely absorbed. I specified only the most premium interior options, and seeing her this excited made it all worth it. Hey, don't just fawn over it. You still owe me a promise. 10,000 kilometers a year.
年間1万キロ。
I
約束
promise.
するわ。
That's a lot of words. I guarantee she said a lot more than just I promise. She looked at me with sparkling eyes.
まず100キロくらい走ってみようかしら。
100 gurai. Let's rack up our first 100. We're doing it. She jumped into the driver's seat with glee. I barely buckled in.
発進。
Hashin, let's hit the road. Let's go. We spent a few more wonderful days together after that. Did I give her any bodily fluids? Because I was certain that was one of the plot points. Her recovery went smoothly, and just like that, it was time to return to Philosia. The private jet she gifted me was still on order, so we had to fly in Yggdrasil's usual aircraft for now. I knocked on Clarina's door. Lately, she'd adjusted her wake-up time from 7 to 9. Sometimes later, if the night ran long.
どうぞ。
Dozo, come in. To my surprise, she was already up, seated neatly at her desk. Up early today?
もうすぐ帰るから、体内時計をリセットしないと。
I'll be home soon, so I figured I should ease back into my old routine.
さて、出発しましょう。
Sate,
荷物ならこれだけよ。
I've already packed. She gave her tiny bag a pat. It looked barely enough to hold a single book. You really know how to pack light. We boarded the aircraft smoothly. Clarina watched me work the controls, full of curiosity, peppering me with questions now and then. What? Thinking of learning to fly? Yes, glad. It's not a toy, you know. Flying's a lot riskier than driving, but a lot safer, too.
これからはちゃんと気をつけて運転するから。
I promise I'll drive more carefully. I'm assuming she's still a bad driver. Alright then. I'll teach you the basics first. Careful, that's the emergency exit. The emergency kit. Whoops, emergency kit. Now, buckle up. So we're learning to drive. Takeoff was smooth. Once we were cruising, I switched to autopilot and began walking her through the instruments. We're headed for Heimdall's temporary airstrip in eastern Felocia. Your RV's being delivered there. We'll drive the rest of the way.
本当？
Honto?
てっきり。
I thought, what did she think? Thought what?
続けて。これって何のメーターかしら？
Going, what's this dial for? That one tracks flight system stability. You can also gauge it from other readings. Altitude, pitch angle, flight path angle, relative elevation. Hold on. That's not right. This reading's way off. I'm assuming we're gonna get stranded on a remote island. That's my theory. The aircraft lurched violently. Instruments flickered, alarms shrieked, then cut out one after another. Sorry, I can't squeak like that. I jolted forward, then snapped the harness I jolted forward, then the harness snapped me back so hard it made my head swim. We must have hit severe turbulence. I don't think we can hit turbulence that severe, can we? And that earlier failure. All avionics went dark one by one. Only the mechanical controls still responded. Must be electromagnetic interference, so someone, I'm assuming someone is interfering with us. Together, they took the engines offline. Restarting them manually would take time. Too much time in turbulence like this. And even then, no guarantee it'd work. Ignition failed. Second attempt failed. The storm swallowed the cockpit in darkness. Landing gear dropped mid-air. We were in a dive. Time to make the call. We were in freefall. We had to eject, so we're jumping out. Clarina, hold tight. No more hesitating. I slammed the ejection lever. Wind screamed around us, trying to wrench her away. But a force of power surged through my arm, locking us together. The parachute shredded into ribbons instantly. I summoned a Titagen decelerator, just like with Vidya. But the storm was bedlam. I couldn't even tell which way was up. Still, I held it together. We were a shredded kite in a hurricane. One wrong move from hitting the ground. The decelerator tore faster than I could repair it. Each patch unraveling even as I fought to maintain my hold on Clarina. Then, faint but growing, an explosion. The aircraft had crashed. The roar of flames rose beneath the howling wind. We were near the ground. I was nearly spent. With one last surge, I wove a final decelerator and pulled Clarina into my arms. The fall slowed sharply. A beach came into view below, but I wasn't sure I'd hold out long enough. Seconds later, the decelerator gave out. We started dropping faster again. We're going to hit the water. Something flared behind her. Wind, maybe. Or wings. Clumsy, fragile wings, fluttering, fighting to slow our fall. But they couldn't carry us both. Bunseki-san. She grabbed the front of my shirt, leaned in and sank her teeth into my lip. Pain lanced through the corner of my mouth. Blood spilled down, and she drank it all. I might have imagined it, but in the next instant her wings flared wider, flying at the sky. Somehow, we stabilized, hovering mid-air, and drifted gently down to the island below. The wings vanished in a blink. She looked drained, and I was running on fumes. Leaning on each other, we headed inland. There's a lot going on in that one. All right, real quick, I'm going to grab some hydration fluid. Because I'm thirsty. And I've been talking a lot, and I haven't had much water. But in the meantime, I'm going to give you guys a little treat. You guys can observe my cat and admire how cute he is while I'm getting some hydration. Alright, we are back from my little break. I just realized I was muted. We are back from my little break. Unfortunately, no more cat for now. Maybe at some point we'll be lucky and he'll come out from that little bowl of his. He really likes that. I'm glad I invested in that new cat tree because he enjoys it a lot. Just wanted to adjust that a little bit. All right, I got my hydration fluid. For those who are curious, it's water, but I mix in like some actual like hydration like powder. It's like it contains vitamins and minerals that you can't acquire through filtered water, because the filter that we use, it filters out like all the bad stuff, but it also filters out all of the good stuff that your body needs. So if you're ever dehydrated, chances are it's not because you're not drinking. It's not always because you're not drinking enough water. It's because you don't have the vitamins and minerals that come in water that your body needs. All right, and we are gonna be playing. So let's do this. Let's see. We actually have playable content now. No more visual novels. Ooh, she's cute. She's very cute. Wow. Okay. Who can we have join her? gonna do Freefin and Fenny. Since they're my only 5 stars.
We actually survived that? I'm fine. Just a bit dizzy. What about you? Good. I'm glad you're okay. Adjutant, what should we do? Alright. Let's take a look ahead.
You know, she
Talking
sounds
spot. What are they doing here?
Italian.
Wipe them out? I'll try. Understood. I'll be careful.
So QTE. I don't know if you're telling me she's a cutie, which she is. She's very much a cutie, or if this is a play style. Press E, and when the QTE hits, either shoot or press E again. Okay, let's give this a try.
Wings of shadow devour. Be gone. I haven't lost my composure. Have I, Adjutant?
Ooh.
All thanks to your guidance and those private lessons.
I will say, her Italian accent does things to me. I am quite fond of that Italian accent.
Wings of shadow devour. I still detest the feeling of life. The moon hungers.
Ooh, the moon hungers. So do I.
I still detest the feeling of life slipping away.
Keep going.
Tempting, but I'd rather sink my teeth into you. I haven't lost my composure. Have I, Adjutant? Wings of shadow devour. A water tower. There really might be people on this island. Got it.
Honestly,
I'll
it
stay
wouldn't
close.
surprise me. Oh, and we're done.
Perfection, right?
Yeah, no, something I've noticed about a lot of Chinese gacha games, any sort of Chinese gacha game, is they use a lot of the countries in these games are based on real countries. You can mash her skill button to element to it, but you really don't need to time it. Only lose like a few milliseconds of optimized DPS. Okay. And her shooting heals her. So basically, it's vampiric.
Don't worry. You
Oh.
taught me how to shoot a town. And a water tower.
That's.
Now that I look closer,
Uh-oh.
it's been abandoned for ages.
This seems to be like pausing on me. I don't know if that's normal. Like it's freezing.
What of them
I'm
again?
a little worried.
The nice. I'm good. Holding up fine. Accept your fate.
I'm kind of worried that this means it's gonna break. It's gonna shut down on me.
I haven't lost. I still detest the feeling of life slipping away. Did I meet your expectations, Adjutant?
God, that's annoying.
The moon hungers.
I hope to God not. But it does feel that way. Like it's freezing several times. No idea what's going on there.
The night leaves anew. Finally, That's the last of them. Adjutant, there are too many of them here. Let's find somewhere safer to hide. I'm fine. No injuries. Strange. Part of me finds this thrilling.
She's enjoying. At least she's enjoying herself. Yeah, that's what I think I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna shut it down and restart it.
This surge of power. Guide me, Adjutant.
Guide me, Adjutant. Okay.
I haven't lost my composure. Have I, Adjutant? Wings of shadow devoured. I haven't lost my composure. Have I, Adjutant? Ha!
Yep, that's what we're gonna be doing.
Victory.
I don't think I think if I was lacking FPS, there'd be a heavier lag. Really quick. We'll exit for really quick, and we'll go into my task manager. Let's see what am I using up here. So, honestly, I should be fine. And Spotify for now. Streamlabs. This processes group is in efficiency mode to limit resources used by it. So, but I'm at 50. I'm only using 12% of my CPU, or, 12 to 20%, and then 55 of my memory is being actively used. So, I don't think it's a matter of like CPU usage or anything like that. I think there's just something going on. So let's really quickly, we will stop the game, exit game, and we'll start it back up. See if that does anything. Let's start this again, see how it goes. Hopefully it works. If not, you guys might just have to watch me play with my cat. So, and it could also be that I need to restart my PC because the new Razer thing. I know Razer I think Razer programs sometimes affect the how your computer runs. Oh my god, that's so cute. She's walking in here with her eyes closed. Her eyes covered.
You're really here.
Oh wow, she is adorable. What the motherfucker? She is so freaking cute. I cannot. Okay, we're gonna do this though. Let's go. Let's keep going. Haven.
Finally, I am worthy of fighting by your side.
Yeah, you know how I actually recognize that her accent is Italian is I've been playing Wuthering Waves, and I am 100% certain that Renacita is just based on Italy.
The night has fallen. Took those busts down. Why are they back again? Is it often?
It's pausing again.
I didn't even notice. Alright. I'll try aiming for the flowers first. The pollen.
Oops.
It's influencing the bots somehow. Prince Adjutant?
There. So, okay, it looks like it's running a little bit smoother now. Keep going. I'm hearing a beeping in my ear. Is that normal?
We're stopping? But wire mine.
Oh,
You were
that's the
right.
beeping.
Thank goodness you spotted it. I could have...
So, blow that shit sky high, right?
Let's take it out.
Right, here we go.
Lost my composure. Have I, Adjutant?
And
Wait! All thanks to your guidance and those private lessons.
I should touch it? No, I don't think I should. I think you're sussing me. You're trying to trick me.
Temp vines and flowers all over. And still no signal. Static's worsening. Are these plants blocking signals? Was this a test site? Insolent fools! I haven't lost my composure. Have I, Adjutant? Wings of shadow devour.
Boom, boom, boom.
I haven't lost my composure. Have I, Adjutant? Stay here for the night? Sure, I'm fine with that. Private
Trust.
life,
It's funny.
seriously,
It
it's
is
fine.
funny.
I'm
Once
not
broken,
saying
it's hard to
power.
recover. That's what I'm saying. If I give you my trust and it's broken, just be warned. You ain't never getting that back. Okay, back to the visual novel storytelling. Snowbreak is never getting rid of those visual novel allegations, like ever. In an abandoned little town on this deserted island, we finally found a spot that was just barely livable. After burning through that much power, we needed proper rest. But first, I had to secure the hideout. Comms were still down. Electronics kept flickering and losing power. Normally, interference fields vary by area, but this one stayed constant the whole way through. I had no idea there was an island like this between home and Felocia. And who knows how long it'll take Tau to find us. Let's hope they don't rush in blind. Night was falling, and I had to prep for a rough stay. No idea which faction those bots belonged to, but they attacked anything that moved. I salvaged some wooden furniture. It should be good enough to start a fire.
何か手伝えることはない？
何か手伝いことがない? Anything I can do? I actually want to look that up. Give me a second. So, 何が手伝いことがない? I think I got that wrong. We're gonna listen to that one more time.
何か手伝えることはない？
手伝いらことがない?
何か手伝えることはない？
何か手伝いことがない? ことらない? ことらない? 手伝ことがない? I think that's wrong.
何か手伝えることはない？
何か手伝いことがない?
何か手伝えることはない？
ことはない。ことらない。何か手伝いことらない? Alright? No. I think I'm getting that wrong. That's, yeah. I think that's what it translates to. I'm trying to get the wording right. But when I when I say it into my translator, it says Nani ka tetsudau koto wa nai, which I don't think is correct. So I'm just not pronouncing it right. Help me break these down. She followed my lead, tearing the table apart like it was made of paper. That was way easier than I expected. Well, you are a manifestation now. I set up the fire in a well-ventilated spot, then rigged a makeshift bed sheltered by 3 walls. Tonight's gonna be a rough one. How are you holding up? Scared? Kawaii wa? Yeah. Nani ka tetsudaeru koto wa nai? That might be it. Let me try that. Nani ka tetsudaeru koto wa nai? Tetsudaeru koto wa nai. So, it basically says the same thing. There's nothing I can do to help, which I don't think is proper. Maybe if we added a... Yep. So you add a question mark and it changes from there's nothing I can do to is there anything I can help you with. So there we go. That was the problem right there. I don't think Google Translate knows when I'm asking a question and when I'm making a statement. You don't seem it. She gave a faint smile, saying nothing. We've got rations and water. Have some if you're hungry. It might not taste that good, but you need the calories. Before I finished, she nodded, tore open a bar, and took a bite. I need to rest for a bit. Still drained from earlier. Stay close. Wake me if anything happens. What was that? Oh, she's worried. Are you hurt? No, just wiped out from the storm. What do I do? Can I help? It's okay. I just need some sleep. Iyayo. Itori ni shinaide. Don't leave me alone. I'm not going anywhere. Just stay close. Also, Captain Diablo with a raid. What the what, bro? I'm being raided. Thank you for the raids. I appreciate it, Captain D. Boo, mother trucker. Mother trucker. We do not say mother trucker here. I will send you. I will. I was gonna say something about heresy, but I don't got anything about heresy. Also, good to see you, D. I was worried. I sent you the granny playing Space Marine 2 and slaughtering everyone, and nobody said anything in the in our chat. I'm like, oh, is D MIA? Also, cute stickers, cute emojis. I like those. So we're just doing a not a visual novel, definitely. She was so tense, I had to shift the subject. Oh man. Girl's scared out of her mind. So, for those who don't know, D here normally plays Space Marine 2 with me on Saturdays. He's basically the one carrying the team. Okay. So long as you guys saw it, since no one said anything, I'm like, are they even here? Did they see the grandma slaughtering people in Space Marine? That actually reminds me, there was this like 90-year-old lady who played I think it was either Call of Duty or Counter-Strike. Spooky stuff. First session of Signalis. Spooky stuff. No, but it sounds like you're enjoying it at least, which is good. She was so tense. Right, there we go. So maybe that will be my next stuff, though I hate scary things. I'll let you all know I'm not good with anything horror related. You know, I used to watch like B-budget horror flicks when I was younger, like Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, Halloween, and then I think Saw. I saw Saw, and I think that's what basically made me go, no, I don't like this anymore. My dad took me to see Saw when I was like 13 years old. Very PS1 Resident Evil. Okay, so it's like fucking old school. Damn. Okay, I might be okay with. I might be able to do that. I might be able to do that. So, but sci-fi-ish with cyborg girls and some weird cyborg girls. Tell me more. tell me more. I'm interested now. Cyborg girls. What is this? What's this about cyborg girls? No, I don't want to play a game. Unless that game is waifus. Bit of a new experience, huh? Ever seen Survival Island? I tried to lighten the mood, but she didn't laugh. Just held my hand, eyes shimmering with tears. That gif, you know what? I have seen enough hentai to know what that gif means. Or that those emotes mean. I'm okay. Just running on empty. Sleep will fix it. How's that energy bar? We only break those out in real emergencies. I do not know much, just we're playing as some cyborg android chick running around a facility also with cyborg android chicks. Most of them are trying to kill you. But here's the important thing. Are they hot? Cyborg android chicks. Because if they're hot, then it's okay. If they're not, then it's bad. We don't like that. Do they have machine gun jumblies? That's what I really want to know. Do we get like Austin Powers level absurdity from these androids in here? Yggdrasil rations aren't half bad, honestly. You'll see when they come for us. I kept talking, but the drowsiness crashed in. My eyelids fell shut. Left the poor girl alone. A familiar line. One she'd never forget. So the line was a trigger. My sweet Clarina. Okasan, so that's what her mom said before she died, is my guess. It's alright, sweetheart. Mama's just gonna sleep for a bit. Damn. More normal builds. Kinda hard to tell since everything is PS1. Okay, low poly. They all either have black or white short hair. Okay. Okay. So low polygons. And probably not like Laura Croft levels of Laura Croft levels of PS1 polygons. Mira, Claurina no koto wa onegai ne. Claurina wa koto ga inai ne. Hydration has been drunk. We have been drunken. We drinked. She'd only just learned to say mama. Kids that young usually remember nothing. But that line stayed with her. Definitely not Laura, no. Everyone is all top down. Oh! Oh, so it's like you're looking like down. Before the 3-bit hours. Feel like I'm glad to hear that, man. Signalis. Okay. Alright. I'm wondering how long the gameplay is for that. Like, how long does it take to get through the whole game? That's why, when Jinu said those words, it felt like something was slipping away. The bar felt dry, chalky, bitter. She wanted to ask him, but the bite caught in her throat. She couldn't speak. She wanted to spit it out, but he had said she needed the calories. She twisted open the water bottle and washed it down.
目を覚まして。ダメよ、姉ちゃん。
Left you gif in our chat of 2 character models from the game doing the lethal company dance. Alright, we're gonna really quickly. Here we are. There we go. I mean, I guess they're kind of cute in like a weird way. This one looks like she got no feet. Where are her feet? They gone. She got nothing there. And she's got tiny feet. Cute though. Very cute. I like them. Very adorable. Death from above. Wake up, adjutant. You can't fall asleep. She gently patted his face, panic mounting, and felt heat radiating off his skin.
もしかして病気?
Oh man, do I have a fever on top of being tired? She pressed the back of her hand to his forehead. It was scorching. So the chick on the left is who we play as. Okay, so she's the player. Don't know who the white girl is, but food. You gonna go eat, man? You better feed me some of that. I want some good British grub.
なんとかしないと。
I have to do something. She remembered something from a video. Full of fever with a wet towel on the forehead. But there were no towels. She's gonna rip her clothes and wet it down and put it on my forehead. I guarantee that's what's gonna happen. What the fuck is going on here? Obviously, I'm playing the not a visual novel game. Also, welcome, Aiden. This might be like one of the few streams. I don't know if you've actually seen too many of my streams. I think you saw 1 or 2. I think you've been on before, but not in a while. She paused, eyed her sleeve, then tore off a strip. She soaked it with the last of their water and pressed it to his forehead. The cloth dried unnaturally fast. His hand still held hers, the heat radiating through the skin. Also, thank you for the follow, Aiden. Appreciate it. What did I miss? Quite a lot. I've done I want to say 2 or 3 of the visual novel-esque storytelling modes, and then I did 3 playable levels. So, but we're not even close to being finished with this chapter, so I still cannot unlock the legacy mode so I can go back and actually play chapter 1. She scrambled for anything that might cool him. Rocks, metal cans, but nothing helped. Even water hissed off his skin. So, I've been looking at this for a while now. Every time I see him, I'm just like, he's got hentai hair. I know that's because he's basically a self-insert, but it's always just funny when like you see a character who's just got like the hentai hair. So she let him hold her hand, shifting his grip little by little when the heat became too much. Up to her forearm, then to her other hand. This isn't going to work, so she's got to do something. Maybe she's going to drink his blood? I don't know. What should I do? Wait, does he have a bed? Please get better. She'd never believed in gods, but right now she desperately hoped she'd be wrong. Right? He's almost always wearing his sunglasses. And then like the one time you don't is just like hair in front of his face. His hair's in front of his face all the time anyways, but it's just weird. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not super fond of like the hentai hair. Or not being able to like actually see proper facial features, but I understand the purpose of it. It makes sense, even if I'm not necessarily fond of how it works. If there's a god, please let him be okay. You know what's also really interesting? I'll do anything. Anything at all, just let him get better. What's really interesting about this game in particular is that every mission where the stakes are like super duper high and death is imminent, this dude's like cool as a cucumber, knows exactly what's going on. He's got the plan. But give him like a random mission where nothing should go wrong, everything goes fucking wrong. They really did. They really did. Yeah, the Desmond full-on master lever out with the game. They did. 100%. Only the fire crackled back. No surprise, there was no answer. That fragile hope crumbled. And in its place, the truth took hold. If she wanted a miracle, she'd have to make it happen herself. His in-game model used to have actual eyes under the glasses, but they removed them when they started shifting to master. So we actually had eyes at one point, and then like, nah, fam, let's remove this. Let's remove this and just make him full-on hentai protagonist. Bruh. She leaned down and kissed the corner of his lips, where dried blood still marked the wound from her bite during their fall. Now, when you finally get to chapter 1, you'll see how different the vibe is. You know what? I'm actually wondering if maybe during their update, if they just go back and they re-update all the original content so it's consistent. But maybe we will. Maybe we'll get to chapter 1 and it will look somewhat like a normal game. Chapter 1, when they tried to be a normal... So at one point they tried to be normal and they're like, nah, fam, let's just goon the shit out of this game. Let's just make this game like ultimate Goonerville. Okay. It'll be interesting to see that shift. I'm sure it's going to be extraordinarily jarring for me as well. Just because I started with chapter 14. His lips were dry and rigid from the heat. His breath was hot, like steam. It stirred that craving in her again. She's craving the adjutant's bodily fluids. I know this is supposed to be a serious moment, but I can't. But she held back. He was still burning up, and that kiss, it had given her just enough strength to go on. They were going to rewrite from chapter 1, but it was too much work, and they wanted to keep quality of new content high. Okay. So maybe at some point they will go back and rewrite everything from chapter 1. Almost... had to go the first. Almost. Katya is Katya really seen as the game savior? I mean, I could kind of believe that, though. I still think Fenny is best girl. Clarina's actually getting pretty close too. I'm liking Clarina, so I think my favorites right now: Fenny, Clarina, Katya. Sirius is sort of below those three. I mostly just like her character design. I'm not super fond of her character, but she's cute. She rose and walked into the night. This wasn't on her schedule, wasn't part of any plan. Rather, it was something she had learned during her time with the adjutant. To choose for herself what to do. So she disappeared. Am I gonna have to find her?
あなたにはできるはず。
Clarina, you've got this. She murmured to herself. It was dark out there. Just stepping beyond the shelter sent her adrenaline surging. Her heart pounded and her hands trembled uncontrollably. But soon, the darkness softened. Her eyes adjusted quickly, catching even the faintest glimmers. Freetia's best girl. I know you like Freetia. And she's not bad. I think because we only get glimpses of her, I don't have any particular feelings for her right now. I will say her turbo outfit, her turbo exosuit is super cute. It looks really good on her. Still waiting for my Egyptian car to get a new suit. Mauser? You're talking about Mauser, right? But soon, the darkness softened. Her eyes adjusted quickly, catching even the faintest glimmers. Fear gave way to a rush of excitement and courage. The stench of half-burned fuel still hung thick in the night air. Rusted patrol bots trundled along their routes, but she slipped past them like a shadow. She found the wreck. The cockpit was nearly intact. Yggdrasil must have reinforced it with some special design. Under the seat, she found an emergency kit, stocked with weapons, food, and medical supplies. That was half the job done. The rest was getting it all back. She packed up the food and medicine, then turned to leave. Suddenly, a familiar scent caught her attention. Faint but ever-present since they had landed. Hong Kong, she sniffs. As she walked, she couldn't help thinking about that scent. Holy shit! 30K to 1.5 million. Damn. Katya is legit the savior. Damn. That's crazy, yo. It felt like the scent of night itself. Chasing the scent, she tripped on a vine. Her hand reached out to steady herself and brushed against the wall. The texture of the leaves and twigs felt strangely familiar. She parted the foliage. There, on the weathered concrete, she saw it. The emblem of Ganora Biotech. Then it hit her. The scent came from the plants blanketing the island. The same kind she'd once grown on her balcony. Bioengineered, one of a kind, straight out of Ganora's biotech lab. She followed the vines upward. The water tower, once visible by day, was now smothered in vines. They climbed its frame skyward, blooming with crimson flowers that spiraled up like a towering tree.
分析員さんはまだ待っている。
Adjutant's still waiting for me. Mara mateiru. Mate. So mara means wait. I think. Mate. Mate means wait. Mate. Let's do this. Mara mateiru. So it technically, if you're just doing this without adding bunseki, it's I'm still waiting. But if you were to add a name, like Clarina wa Mara mateiru, it'd be Clarina's still waiting. Steadying herself, she turned and made her way back to the shelter. As she did, her mind drifted back to years ago, so we're getting a flashback.
クラウリな、いい知らせよ。
Ishiraseyo, good news.
ゲノム編集技術に進展があったわ。ネズミでの実験、成功したのよ。
Our
それから、
gene,
被験者の方も何人か応募者があったの。
our gene recombination work just passed mouse trials, and we've secured a few willing volunteers. So I don't think Clarina approves of this. I remember having a conversation where we were talking about how she works with plants because she doesn't like mouse experimentation.
バルダー抑制剤にアレルギーのある方が
Oh, I guess she
そん
doesn't
なにいらっ
mind.
しゃるの
Oh, are there really that many people allergic to the Balder inhibitor?
なら新しい研究を始めて遺伝子から特定の
Then maybe we could pivot. I could look into genetic correlation and...
そんなにいるわけないでしょ。どうしてもお金が必要で、報酬目当てで応募した人たちなのよ。
So it's not like that. They're just people too poor to survive any other way.
おばさん
Okay.
それはどうなのかしら
Aunt Mira, this doesn't feel right. Okay, I was right. She does not like the idea of mouse trials or human trials.
実験が失敗したらどうなるかおばさんもよくわかってるじゃない
You know better than I do what happens to subjects when the experiments fail.
リスクや何かあった場合の保証なら、ちゃんと契約に書いてあったわ。それで十分よ。
The risks and outcomes are clearly stated in the contract. We compensate them well. That's sufficient. I will say that you kind of do have to do human testing at some point for medicine, I think. Like, no matter how much testing you do on plants or other animals, you will never know if something actually does work unless it's tested on a person. The only real issue is that you don't know what sort of long-term effects they will have.
おばさんそれは嫌よ
Aunt Mira, I can't go through with this.
被験者は私みたいな本当の患者でなくては
The ones we test on should be patients. People like me. Well, I guess you'd still have to test them on someone who's actually got...
あれは日々の食事にすら困っている人たちなのよ。
Who's actually got, like, the disease. Do you hear yourself?
自分に残された時間を本当に分かってるの？
Those people can't even afford their next meal, and you? How much time do you think you have left?
代替療法の開発も進んでるからきっとどうにかなるわ
So they've actually fought. The alternate treatment's moving forward. There's still hope. Mother-daughter spat. I guess aunt-niece spat? I don't know.
最初に技術倫理を教えてくれたのはおばさんでしょ
You were the one who taught me research ethics. That was lesson 1. Oh, man.
随分と高尚だこと。
Zuibun. What? So I'm assuming Zuibun is ideals. Zuibun. Let's see. Let's see what this means. Quite a bit. Nope.
バルダー抑制剤すら買えない貧乏人たちを見てみたら
You do realize there are millions out there who can't afford the Balder inhibitor, right?
そのような方がいるからこそだわバルダー抑制剤を頼らずにティーン症候群を治すおばさんとお母さんだってそのために研究を続けてきたんでしょ
That's the whole point of this project, to treat Javosis without relying on the Balder inhibitor. Wasn't that your and Mom's original goal?
そんな綺麗事をいつまで言えるの？あなたが被験者になるのを認めるとでも？
Enough with your noble martyr fantasy. I'm not letting you be the subject. So basically, she wants to be the test subject as opposed to someone else.
何なのその顔？
What's that look supposed to mean? I'm guessing she's pouting.
諦めなさい。明日からプロジェクトを中心にして研究チームを解散するわ。こっそり進められると思わないことね。
Damn, all that work. Don't even think about it. I'm shutting down the whole project, or I'm shutting the whole project down tomorrow. Disbanding the team. You are not sneaking behind my back. Shit. So all that work. And I guess it's just going under.
おばさん
Oba-san, Aunt Mira.
怒っているのなら私の今の気持ちもよく分かったんじゃないかしら
Damn, you're angry? Good. Now you know how I feel.
冗談で言っているんじゃないわよ
I'm serious, and that
そんなに
glare
睨んで
won't
も意味
change
ない
a
から。
thing.
今まで声を荒げたことがないから今度こそ自分の思い通りにできると思ったの
Do you think that just because you've never challenged me before, I'll yield to you when you do?
私はおばさんが市場に目がくらんだから怒ってるの。
I'm angry because you're throwing away the greater good over something so petty. What about you?
おばさんはただの逆ギレじゃない。
An accusation? I'm assuming this hits where it hurts. You're angry because you're ashamed, aren't you? Oof. I felt that. I felt that. Furious, Mira raised her hand, but Clarina didn't flinch. She only stared back in silence.
ぶたないの。
Well, aren't you going to hit me?
ぶたないならまだ宿題があるから。
If not, I'll head back to my room and do my homework. Clarina's got some bite to her. I didn't notice that at first. Clarina turned and walked off. Mira stood frozen for a long moment and slumped into a chair. That day, there was no rain, but no sun either. After the funeral, everyone had gone, except for a young girl and a baby in a cradle.
自分の娘として育てるわ
Raise her like my own.
約束する何としても彼女の病気を治して
I swear I'll find a cure no matter how long it takes.
健康で楽しく過ごせるように
To grow up strong and live a
ちゃ
long,
んと
happy
守って
life.
育てるわ
Oh, as long as I'm here, no one will lay a finger on her. Well, I'm pretty sure the adjutant will have something to say about that.
おやすみ姉さん
Rest in peace, sis. Hey. And that was done. I guess we are now going to get some actual playable... Level 40! Woo! I'm level 40. Alright, and we get some actual playable content now. And I think I'm gonna train her. Let's do this. Select. Oh, not what I wanted to do. Upgrade. And she is now level 50. Yay. Please select materials. Okay, I cannot do anything more with that, but we will now upgrade her as well. Upgrade. So, level 50 for both of them. No, I don't think we're not gonna do a whole lot more right there. Oh, but I might want to upgrade the gun. That'd be good. And we'll ascend it. And upgrade again. Might as well. And do we have any modifications that we can make? No. Parts. No. I got nothing. I've got nothing. So we're just gonna go now. We're gonna play. I think I'm still gonna use
I am worthy
Clarina?
of fighting by your side.
Just
The adjutant
cause
is stable.
she's a trial character.
A quick look around won't hurt.
Ah!
One look. That's all. Exposure that you know are biotech insignia. Why wouldn't Akira tell me about this place?
That's what I
All
want to
thanks
know.
to your guidance and those private lessons. Have to be careful. Can't let them see me. Can't you just stand down? They all come at once. I'm done for. Better play
Yeah,
it safe.
I'm pretty sure I destroyed the... What is
Adjutant's
this?
Still waiting on
Oh.
me.
Ah! Oh. There we go.
This surge of power. Guide me, Adjutant.
Guide me, Adjutant.
Accept fate. Wings of shadow devour.
So that's a turret. That's what that was. The spinny thing.
Turrets? Are those connected to the lasers? I haven't lost my computer. Did I force my way through? Or is there another route?
Oh.
No way.
No, I think we need to force our way through. It's okay. What are these? Oh, there's nothing there.
Wings of shadow devoured. Insolent fools. The moon hungers.
So wait, this is her logic? They can't see me if they're dead? I do like that logic. Alright, she needs health. And I think you said I can get health if I shoot things.
All thanks to your guidance and those guidance and accept your fate.
Oh, they're dead.
Tempting, but I'd rather sink my teeth into you.
Alright, what are we looking at here?
Wings. I'll never drag you down. Nothing useful in here. What's this place hiding? Huh?
I wonder.
My necklace. It's glowing.
So she's got a glowing necklace. Is that a necklace or a... Oh, that's a necklace. Ah, well. I mean, that was me, but yes.
Brighter than the sun.
She's not... It's not wrong, though. They can't see you if they're already dead. So, and I think we've got a boss battle, maybe? Oh. My mind was slow to catch up. My senses snapped back. I was soaked in sweat and starving, like I could eat a whole cow. I rubbed my eyes. The air was thick with a rich, savory scent, like fat crackling over flame. Clarina? Oh, so she came back. Okitano? You're awake.
ずっと寝てたけど、調子はどう?
You were out for so long. Are you feeling right? Joshi wa do? I wanna look up this one. Joshi wa do? So that means, what does that mean? How are you? Yeah, I mean that's pretty accurate. She rushed in, reaching out to check my temperature. Much better. Is that food I'm smelling?
お腹空いてるかしら? 料理を作ったから。
So you're telling me she cooked? I thought she couldn't cook. Didn't she burn the stove last time? She brought in a tin pot. Potatoes and carrots stewed in a hearty mash, with beef gleaming beneath a glossy layer of broth. Where'd you find all this?
熱が出てたから心配で。飛行機の方へ行ってきたの。
You had a fever, and I was really worried. So I went back to the wreck. You went there alone?
ええ。そこから薬と食べ物を持ってきたの。
I found medicine
さっ
and
き寝ている間
supplies.
に薬も飲ませたわ。
And gave you the meds right away. I actually recognize kusuri because I watched the Apothecary Diaries. It's always funny when you recognize a word because of anime. Kusuri. By the way, if you have not seen the Apothecary Diaries, please watch it. Mao Mao is a fucking riot. That was reckless. What if one of those bots had attacked you?
とても苦しそうにしていたから。
Desperate time. I think he should just say thank you. But you seem so ill. I couldn't just sit and do nothing. Something warm stirred in my chest. For a moment, I didn't know what to say. Thanks, Clarina. I'm fine, really. That's just how my system works. Burns fast, crashes hard. Fever's part of the deal. Sorry for making you worry. It wasn't a big deal.
ご 飯を持ってくるわね。
Gohan is an interesting word too because it means rice, but it could also mean meal. So if you were to say like yoru gohan, that's dinner. Asa gohan, I think that's breakfast. Asa, breakfast, I think. I'll get you some rice. Is she shy? I glanced around. She had cleaned the place up. It looked much tidier than last night. Strips of clothing hung drying on a rack outside. Looked like she had torn them from her own dress. And by the bed, a few fresh-picked flowers gave this makeshift shelter a touch of warmth.
暑いから気をつけて。
So, atsui means hot. So, atsui kara, hot, it's hot. And then kiotsukete is be careful. A lot of words from anime. Then I took a JLPT exam. Then learned the natural intone. VTubers. VTubers, that's an interesting way to learn anime. So, like, I have a app called Hello Talk, and I've been learning it Japanese from speaking to like native English speakers, but learning Japanese from like VTubers is also an interesting idea. You made all this?
そうよ。箱に入ってたレトルト食品をアレンジしてみたの。案外美味しいでしょ?
I grabbed some rations from the crate and spruced them up a little. They taste way better now. Where's your share? それは
もう失敗作でお
Oh,
腹がいっぱ
okay.
いで。
Okay, so she did. She fucked up and we didn't see it. And she ate her abominations. But she practiced and she got better, so we might need to get her an apron that says I am the bone of my spatula at some point.
だから私のことはお構いなく。
I'm stuffed now, really. Go ahead, don't worry about me. And don't mind if I do. Her modded stew was surprisingly good. Paired with the rice, I polished it off in no time. She handed me a strip of cloth, just about the size of a handkerchief.
ご飯粒がついているわよ。
You got some on your face. The only VTubers you watch are completely unhinged? What VTubers do you watch, boy? Who do you watch? I don't watch VTubers that, I'll be honest, I don't watch VTubers that often. I've seen like brief clips of Iron Mouse, Silverveil, Charlotte. Don't know if you guys know her, she's basically like a waifu VTuber. Obviously my favorite VTuber is Marine Hosho, because she's a horny pirate. But also, you know, Gura, and obviously now Saba, and then who else have I watched? Shy Lily. I've seen bits and pieces of those VTubers. But I've not really watched like too many Japanese VTubers or Chinese VTubers. Oh, thanks.
まだ痛むの?
Does it still hurt? Phase Connect. No. What is Phase Connect? What does?
ここ。
This Coco. Oh, she's gonna point to my lip. You point. Oh, the corner of her mouth. I touched mine. A faint scab remained. It's fine. I heal fast. It'll be gone soon.
聞きたいことがあるんだけど。
Something I've been meaning to ask you. Ikitai.
手術を受けた後、何か体が変な感じがしてて。
Ever since the surgery, my body's been different. Is he gonna tell her that she craves his bodily fluids?
よくあなたを。
I keep getting this weird urge to bite you. If I was the adjutant, I'd say please go ahead. Dozo. bite me. She trailed off. Yeah, so there was a slight complication after the surgery and I had to step in. And while I was at it, you got exposed to a bit of my blood. That created a subtle link between my DNA and the theotropic nerves in your brain. Which probably explains the instinct to consume my DNA. She wants to consume his DNA. Now I'm really wondering, Phase Connect, is this a person or a VTuber or like a company? Is this a group? You got me curious now. Please don't leave me hanging. I wasn't gonna bring it up. Figured you'd head back soon and it'd wear off on its own. No need to make it awkward.
噛まれるのが怖いとかじゃないわよね。
Oh boy, why? Were you afraid my bite would hurt? No. I'm just gonna say this. Biting. I actually like that. I like bites. Or rather, I should say I like being bitten. I like biting and I like being bitten. She was clearly teasing, sneaking a glance to catch my reaction. Not at all. Bite away. Okay, the adjutant is a person of culture. I do like that. I approve. I approve. Bite away. Want a little post-meal snack? I held my arm out to her. She made a silly face at me.
じゃあ遠慮なく行くわ
Oh,
よ
she's gonna bite me! To quote you, don't mind if I do. So it's a VTuber. Okay, VTuber agency. Coffee company with VTubers is the best way to... So, like, VTubers who are perpetually on a caffeine high? Something like that? That does sound unhinged. She gave a playful roar and latched onto my forearm, pretending to gnaw. When she let go, a faint row of bite marks remained. Man, this is getting playful here. Alright, let's focus on our problem at hand. Hard to tell. The interference messed with the clocks. It's been daylight for a few hours at least? Something's off about this island. An abandoned town, patrol bots still running, signal jamming still online. I need to stock up on supplies. Enough to last until my operatives get here. If we gather enough, maybe we won't have to wait for rescue. We might just make it out on our own. Whoosh. Sharp whistles cut through the air. We stepped outside. A red flare tore across the sky, trailing fire as it fell.
救助隊かしら
Is someone coming for us? Something tells me no. Maybe. It wasn't Heimdall's signal. I checked my comms terminal. Still scrambled by interference. I'm assuming enemies. But they showed up a little too fast. Yeah, I'm assuming enemies. The night before, at Heimdall Base.
ボス、ディノーラからの電話です。
Boss, Genora's on the line.
繋いでください。
Put it through. Mira's hologram shimmered into view before Tao.
見つけたかしら
Any updates?
まだです。
Maradas. Nothing yet.
焦っているのはわかります。でも安心してください。
I know you're
分
worried.
析員がいれば、きっとクラウリナは無事に家に帰れます。
But Clarina's with the adjutant. She'll come back safe. We have a joke of the CEO of Phase Connect recruiting the talents from a mental asylum. I feel like a fish with a fish out of water. A mentalist. Okay, so basically they're like mega unhinged. I approve. I'm actually curious. I will check them out now because I'm just curious to know exactly how unhinged these VTubers are. So chances are sometime after this I will look them up at the very least. You got me curious.
私の実験室、誰かに侵入されたわ。
My lab's
唯
been
一の鍵は
breached.
クラウリナが持っているの。
The only key was with Clarina.
私が分析員にそう指示したと言いたいんですね。
You think I sent the adjutant to do that?
実験室の鍵は姉がクラウリナに残した宝石よ。
The key's a
彼女
gemstone.
はそれをずっと肌身離さず持っているはず。
Faye's meta is famous as Sad Girl Company. Bro. I don't even know what to say to that. You got me speechless. The key's a gemstone. Something my sister gave her. She has never once taken it off.
急に知らない場所に行って見たこともない仕掛けを宝石で開けたのはクラウリナ自身だとでも言うの？
I don't believe she'd wander off or move it and trigger a hidden mechanism on her own. But that is exactly what she did. She did. She triggered that on her own. I
昔か
had
ら分
no
析員
part
と
of
面
this.
識を持つあなたなら彼の人となりをよくわかっているはずです。
You've met the adjutant before. You know what kind of person he is.
人は変わるものなのよ、タウ。あなただってそうでしょ？
People change, Tao, just like you did. あなたはそうでしょ。
残りわずかの余命を伸ばすためにあそこの実験ノートを入手しようと。
You're
違う
dying.
かしら？
Wait, is she dying? That's what this is about, isn't it? You want the experiment logs.
それを渡すから
What?
クラウリナの無事を約束して。
I'll hand them over. Just promise me you won't hurt Clarina.
だから誤解です。落ち着いてください。
It's not like that. Try to stay calm.
クラウリナに何かあったら彼女は私の最後の親族よ。私はクラウリナのことを娘として接してきたの。
I'm just gonna say, Tin Can, I don't know what that emote is for right now. What is the emote? What is this crazy emote for? This one right here. What is that for today? Right now, at this moment. Is it this, the VN, or is it the sad girl company? If anything happens to her, you know she's all I have. I raised her like my own.
彼女に何かあったら
Ooh, that sounds like you know what I'm capable of. You know what I'm capable of. That sounds like a threat.
ええ、分かっています。
わかっています。Oh, yeah, well, a lot. A crap ton load. A bunch. Bunches and bunches. I know, and I won't let it come to that.
安心してください。
So I'm assuming what she just said regarding Tao is something that's already well known. Is that what this is? It's like what happened? What's happening here? What she's saying about Tao dying? Is that like already? Is that already something we're supposed to know? Oh my god. Bro, if you're telling me that's something I should already know because it was in the previous chapters, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't want to throw like my keyboard, but I want to throw my keyboard. Trust me. The call cut out.
カロリン、寮で待機中の覚醒者全員に出撃の準備をするよう伝えてください。
Caroline, who's on standby at the base? Get them ready to deploy.
すでにヤオとニタにそう伝えました。
Motherfucker! This is why you don't start at chapter frickin' 14. Yes, boss. Yao and Nita I've already given them the heads up.
今からディノーラ側の行動を監視してください。特に相手の救助隊の動きに注意してください。後をつければミラの実験室にたどり着くでしょう。
Okay. So the Tao thing is a thing. Gotcha. Okay. Well. I got nothing. Well, that kind of upsets me that this is all shit that I feel like I should be knowing, but I can't. I don't know it. Because of how they do this. Good. Keep a close eye on Mira and the rescue team she sent. If we tail them, they'll lead us straight to the lab. So wait, she was actually doing this?
あくまで分析員の救出。その上で実験室の情報を可能な限り集めてきてください。
The first priority is First priority is locating the adjutant. After that, collect everything you can on the lab. We'll need it for the partnership.
ボス、失礼ですが、 まだ協力の可能性はあるんですか？
Of course, it's not treated as priority number 1 until it will be. Yeah, basically, so we're essentially the problem with that though is that we started at chapter 14 part 2. So I didn't even get to play chapter 14 part 1. I just played 14 part 2. So like it's like starting Star Wars at The Emperor Strikes Back. Oh, cat's up. Boss, if you don't mind me asking, is there really going to be a partnership? Let me bring him for you. Oh, look at my precious baby. Let me move this out of the way. Is He's probably gonna jump down in a second. Now you guys get a little bit of a treat. He's up and about and at him. Look at you. At some point he's gonna run off and he's probably gonna get something to eat.
それはミラではなく
That doesn't depend on Mira. Oh,
クラウリナが決めることです。
Okay. For a moment I thought she was gonna be like, nah, we're just taking over, but okay, it's on Clarina. Honestly, I don't even know how I'm gonna respond at this point. But I imagine like a lot more is gonna make sense. I'm like, oh, that explains why this thing happened in this chapter. So also, I will be playing chapter 14 part 1 as well, which I didn't get to play. And then like I'll be like, oh, that explains why they went into the spindle system. The rescue team bore the Ganora Biotech insignia. Something felt off. Some of them walked right past us, heading straight for the island's water tower. This island's been firing off periodic EMP bursts. How did you even get here?
お答えできかねます。
Okotae dekitaimasu. No comment. I frowned. Their hostility was unprovoked.
お嬢様、お待たせして申し訳ありませんでした。船の休憩室までご案内します。こちらへお越しください。
Must have been through a lot. There's a rest cabin ready on board. This way, please. Don't let her go, Adjutant.
行きましょう、分析員さん。
Karina had barely taken 2 steps when the lead rescuer blocked my
お
path.
待ちください。分析員殿。
Oh
私たちと一緒に
no!
来てもらいます。
Absolutely fucking not. We've been ordered to escort you somewhere else. Nope, this is sus as fuck. We're not doing it.
待って、それは誰の指示なの？
That's right. Who
分
gave
析
you the
員
right
さん
to
は
treat my
私
guests
の
like
客人
this?
なのよ。
You tell her, Clarina.
申し訳ございません、お嬢様。ミラ様の命令に従ったまでです。
I don't think the orders came from Mira.
きっと何か誤解してるわ。電話を貸して、おばさんに説明するから。
Give me your comms. I'll speak to Aunt Mira
ここ
myself.
は電波が届きませんので、それに出発前、ミラ様からはっきりとそう命令されました。どうかご無理をおっしゃらないでください。クラウリナ様。
Please don't make this harder than it needs to be, Miss Clarina. I think we should just kick their asses at this point. Hard? No. Your order is impossible. Good job, me. Before they could react, I ripped the weapon from a guard's belt and crushed it into a wad of scrap.
動くな、捨てろ。
Breeze. Down on the ground. Fuck no. The rest of the team tensed up, weapons drawn, aiming straight at me. And I kicked their asses. Oh, Clarina snatched a weapon from the nearest guard. No normal human could match a manifestation's speed. She leveled it at the rescued captain without hesitation.
今すぐ銃を下ろして。
Good job, Clarina. Fuck yeah, drop your weapons now. That's an order. Yeah, something's definitely sus here. Stand down. Drop them. Easy, Clarina. They're no threat to me. Clarina moved back to my side as the team slowly backed off, creating distance. They're repositioning, looking for cover.
ごめんなさい。おばさんのせいで。
I don't think this is Aunt Mira. I'm sorry, Aunt Mira always goes too far. A glint from a distant high point caught my eye. The reflection of a sniper scope, steady and trained. It's fine. I'm unscathed. And my operatives have arrived. Damn. Alright. So, we got 3 missions. I think I've got enough time to do the 3 missions, and then I'll probably head off. I'm playing Yao now. And that's not bad, but still, I wanted to keep playing Clarina. Well, that's fine, I guess. That's fine.
This seems dangerous. Mission area secure. All vantage points are clear. There's still time to sweep the lower
sniper.
tunnels. Confirming target's position. No sign of him. You're okay, right?
Nice.
Let's resupply. I know you'll be
Ooh.
safe, but I need to see you. Need to know. Winter just got hot.
Winter just got hot. Yeah. Oop.
That's what they pay us for.
Boom. I do kind of like sniping in this.
Why are they all looking that way? Are you over there? Always more work.
I might. I hope so. Hip reload speed 100%.
You're not gonna like what's coming next.
Boom. 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 Boom.
Outer perimeter's clear too. Where are you, my prince? If things keep going like patience. Breathe.
Done.
I'm okay. Just a little warm.
Next stage. Yeah, I think given where I am right
Adjutants,
now,
don't let me out of your sight.
I feel like I could probably
Weird.
finish it.
Why would a place like this have a cellar?
Next
Why
stream.
so many bots? Adjutant, you in there? Whatever. I'll just smash my way through. Objective complete. Awaiting
That
orders.
definitely sounds like Nita. We're going down.
Target down. Enemy forces. Target down.
What is that eye thing, I wonder?
Weakness exposed. Ready. Objective complete.
This beat tin cans every time.
Still no sign of the adjutant. He's probably closer to Yao.
Finally got an ultimate.
Remember how they moved. There'll be more of them.
And I think that's it. Mission complete.
My mood right now. Brighter than the sun.
Brighter than the sun she is. And then one more.
Adjutant, don't let me out of your sight.
Phew, finally made
Adjutant's
it out.
not even here.
Whoa, that crowd's got me in something. The adjutant's probably there.
Okay, so it is her skill. And that's kind of what I figured. It's like once I pressed space, she did like a burst shot.
Ready.
Try to do this in just a second. We'll do... Boom! Just like that.
Let's put an end to this. Target down.
Kind of overkill.
Recovered supplies. Weakness exposed.
Ooh.
Remember how they move. Objective complete. Awaiting orders.
So that... Her ultimate's kind of overkill, too.
Ready.
I think the only one that I've seen
Enemy
that's
forces.
deals more raw damage is, I think,
Target
Kasia's.
down.
When she has the Gatling gun.
Ready. Fully loaded. Remember how they move.
All clear. Another
done.
job well done. Huh? Is that the adjutant?
Oh, am I here?
Adjutant! I'm coming!
Oh, no, maybe Nita saw her instead of Life.
Nothing can stop us. Adjutant.
And that, I believe, is... Tactic evaluation unlocked. I have no idea what that is. We're not going to do it yet. Your current level is high enough to try tactic evaluation. This dispatch. Phase evaluation stages. Stages 5 and 10 in each chapter of tactic evaluation are phase evaluation stages. Stages 1 and 5 are unlocked as soon as a chapter opens. So you can directly challenge stage 5 if so desired. After completing stage 5, stage 6 and 10 will be unlocked. After completing stage 5 or 10, you will obtain the total evaluation awards for the corresponding phase. Make sure to claim it. Right? Alright, we're not going to do any of those right now. Hutchinson, Aegis has added a new channel for acquiring logistics officers. Okay. Sure. No, I don't want to do that. Alright, I just want to get my tasks so that I have things. We'll do... Oh. Obtain presents, sense presents, claim. Can I claim anything else? No, I will do that at some point, though. Getting powerful enemies is the most direct way to prove your strengths, but it is certainly not the easiest. That's not what I want. Love to do this. Bunny Fantasy! That immediately got my attention. A lot of outfits here. But I don't think any of these are things I can just grab. So, we're gonna go to shop. We'll get the
What should we
daily
get?
thing.
I'll let you
Whatever.
keep track, Adjutant.
Regular shop. We'll grab these at least.
So this is what we needed.
What else do I want to do here? Ask. Okay, I think that's it from me now. For now, at least. I'm gonna head off. We're quitting the game. Thank you guys for joining me. I appreciate everybody who chatted on this. This might be the one of the talking. So that made me pretty happy. I appreciate you guys a lot. Next stream will be tomorrow, probably around the same time. And then after that, I will be doing Kaldiapan. Thank you for the follow. I don't know if I'm saying your name correctly. If I'm saying it wrong, please let me know how to properly pronounce it. But thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. So Friday will be Snowbreak again, and then Saturday will be probably Space Marine 2. Things go as planned. That's Cal. I will call you Cal then. Cool name, by the way. Thank you again for joining me, Tin Can. If any of you guys want keep chatting, I do have a Discord. Technically, it's a Discord for my books. Actually, an author, but also for people to chat on there, talk to me. I'm trying to be more active on there than I am on other platforms. I was normally really active on like Twitter, but very toxic. So not too active on. By the way, if you want to see what a harem author, what it's like when a harem author writes, like women, battle scenes, any sort of comedy, definitely follow me on Instagram. Thank you. I'm also glad that I decided to start playing this. I don't remember who told me, but someone told me that the Adjutant was intimate with like the women in the harem because I was complaining about that for like all of the gacha games have like these ships that never get realized. And he's like, "Did you not know? That's literally Snowbreak." I'm like, "Really?" And then I tried, and so I decided to try Snowbreak, and here it's actually it is. It hits that sweet spot when it comes to like gacha games. So I am enjoying it a lot. It's a game fun. All right, before my voice goes, because I'm not a yapper, so I feel my voice going. I'm gonna head off. Thank you guys again for joining the stream. Tin Can, Cal, James, and Ali Slaventine. I appreciate you guys a lot. Anime Hero Gamer Fan, I don't know if you're still there, but thank you also for joining the stream. Thank you, Captain D, for the raid. And I will see you guys later. Have a good one. Be right.
ねえ覚えてるあれからずいぶん時間も経ったしさ仕方ないか春を運ぶ風はまだ冷たくて僕の上着を着た君が少し咲いた桜を嬉しそうに見上げていた別の恋もしたよでも急に君の顔が浮かぶことがたまにあって困ったよあれやめてよね 年もまたあの花が咲いた渋谷駅古墳のあの公園でなんとなくあの日と同じ上着でいた冬の終わりを告げる風が吹いて冷たくなった方を腕にうずめて悲しくなったんだ君の匂いがしたこれでよかったのかもな黒い髪を染めた君がこの街のどこか今日も笑うのならなんて僕も変わったかな愛じゃなくて恋じゃなくて最後に残るのは好きなんだ今さら